listen close. Truth not hide forever. Hey. Colonel in the O's. Wyatt Africa, stand up. Hey. Legacy media all around. Headlines spinning round and round. Selling fear from town to town. Trying to keep the people down. Lies and fake news every day. Misinformation on display. Disinformation lights the way, leading sheep so far astray. Little lambs in line, trusting everyone in sign. Marching where them say is fine, never asking who designed. Truth gets raided for political gain. Again and again and again. While ordinary people feel the strain, caught in somebody else's game. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, it never dies. Them divide people left and right, turning neighbors into fights, clouding up what should be bright, hiding facts out of sight. They use people then discard, push narratives strong and hard. When the evidence leaves them scarred, them simply move the goalposts yard by yard. Cognitive dissonance in the air, contradictions everywhere, yet some still pretend not to care. Like the emperors got close to it. But our movement's growing every day, not from rage and not from hate, just folks who choose to investigate before it's far too late. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today. But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, hey, it never dies. Come and get a daily dose of reality. No hysteria, no manufactured tragedy. Take a little break from propaganda and insanity, and step into a place of clarity. Inoculation against fake news infection. Yellow journalism without direction. Question everything, make your own inspection. Truth should never fear examination. Join the colonel, hear the story. Without all the money, facts should glory. Facts before ideology, that's the art of honest reporting. The Wyatt Africa isn't just a name, it's ordinary people in the game. Thinking freely, not seeking fame, refusing to be led by shame. Just chill, relax and hear the scene. See what all the headlines mean. Objectivity sharp and clean like a river flowing crystal green. No need for panic, no need for fear. Take a look and make it clear. When the facts and evidence appear, the signal rises through the smear. Resistance is futile, them clear, yet more people question all the same. Searching truth beyond the frame, and refusing to play the game. Resistance is futile, no more. People knocking on reality's door, seeking facts they're looking for, and finding what they can't ignore. Yeah man, truth shines brighter than confusion. The noise fades, the facts remain. Colonel Chris and the Wyatt Africa, keeping it cool, keeping it real. Resistance is futile when the truth is coming true. Fade out. Truth, 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 truth. Ooh, truth, truth. Ah, da, 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 da. Truth, 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 truth.
Life goes by, whether you realize it or not, in a flash. And next thing you know, you're 90, if you make it that far. And what are you going to regret not doing? What do you regret? What chances you should take? Reasonable chances. Make the most of it, get the most out of it, We're not all beautiful, we're not all ugly, we're not all thin, we're not all fat, we're not all straight, we're not all gay, we're all something. And who you are is who you are. As long as you're not a jerk, you'll be who you want to be. But the point I'm trying to make is life, be in it, folks. Do something. Make something of your life. Don't sit back and wait for life to take you. Or it just comes to you. Just accept it as it comes. Set goals for yourself. Set challenges. Go out and make it happen. My entire life, that's what I've done. My entire life.
Thursday night, June 4th, 2026. Welcome back to the program, folks. Chris live in central Pennsylvania. How's it going? It's Night Owls. Let's see who we got here in the chat. How's it going? It sounds pretty good. Checking the audio here. Right. It is going to overtime. Vegas Golden Knights in Carolina, 3-3. What a game. Vegas out to a 2-0 lead on the strength of two incredible Brett Howden goals. Just unbelievable breakaway goals, both places. Quiet for most of the game. And then suddenly, in the span of 2.5 minutes, Carolina scores 2 goals. The second goal, John Tortorella, the coach of the Vegas Golden Knights, challenged it. And the call on the ice was goalie interference. I disagree. The goal was scored, but they disallowed for goalie interference. On the replay, it showed no goalie interference. To me, it's a crooked officiating call. And then suddenly Carolina's up 3-2. Vegas suddenly got a short time later, got a penalty, and they were on the power play. The power play was expiring at the moment that Vegas scored again with just about a minute left in the game, tying it up 3-3. No one scored the last minute. We are now going to overtime. This is why I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry about that, folks, but wow. Overtime starts in 1 minute and 42 seconds. I'll play a little bit of the audio for that as I watch that unfold here. Vegas Golden Knights need to score quickly and win this game, get it over with. They can take a 2-0 lead back to Las Vegas if they pull that off. Exciting stuff. Don Janssen van Rensburg, DS Road Angel, Sloth Puppy, there's no G, Lucinda Somers, Veroshka, Happy Camper, Annalie Borneman, Last Domino, William Wheeler, been around for a long time, Bitter Ender, Trippy, Alan Kotza, Debbie Ackerman, Martin Fandemeva, Vodka Model, Karen, the cat's up, okay, Emerencia Quinn, JF and the Sun, Mandy van Royen, Son Janssen van Rensburg, Ulrich Fenter, Winnie GX, Vodka Model, Alabala, who else we got there? Cecilia Kruger, Bloodkop, Karen Langer, okay, who else we got there? JSA. Art Queen Lies is in from Florida, how's it going? And Henry Swanapool, Sally, DeBaram is here, Linda. Welcome to Fluffy Navel and AJ Quinn. Light Rain is back. We were talking earlier today, Light Rain, about how you were the only person to ever challenge Dogzilla. People complained about him endlessly, and they bitched and moaned about how he was trolling, and nobody would ever, just block him on their own, and none of the moderators take action. So you were the only person who stood up to him and told him to, every time you told him to piss off, you called him out, and you were right to call him out every time. Yep. So Vegas now 3-3. They're in extra time. Postseason overtime goals. Dodorov, Brett Howden, and Shea Theodore scored for the Knights in overtime. Vegas is 3-0 in overtime. Carolina is 5-0 in overtime. Something's got to give here. Nikolai Ehlers, Taylor Hall, Jordan Martinek, and 2 others have scored for Carolina in extra time. So here we go. USA 250th anniversary, and we are coming up on that very quickly, folks. Just 1 month away from today. It's June 4th, July 4th. We're ready to start the overtime period. Vegas, let's get it done, boys.
Regulation before you get the stone goal. So both teams had reason to be happy and disappointed.
Yep, so they're getting started now. I picked up this earlier at the exchange. They didn't have these last year. They finally get them. These are made by commercial folks, but this is for last year, 1775 to 2025, celebrating 250 years of the U.S. Army. It's a challenge coin, a big one too at that, and it's kind of cool in the back. It's got this green embedded at 250. Really cool. Kind of hard to see on the screen there, but there's a 250 embedded in there, so it's hard to see. Let's see if you guys can see it. No, anyway. So got some Minutemen on the back and a Modern Warrior. Honoring 250 years of Army legacy, and then I got this one in the shape of the United States, the continental United States, that is, anyway. 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, and on the back it's got the same thing there. You can see the green. See the green a lot better there. It stands out. The backdrop, 250 U.S. Army. So that's pretty cool. Same logo on the back. I got those earlier. So former National Security John Bolton, an arrogant asshat who betrayed Donald Trump and who stole classified material, will avoid prison time with a plea deal and a conviction and paying $2 million fine. I think he should go to prison. That's where he belongs. That is where he belongs. But John Bolton will avoid prison time, apparently. And Vegas has the puck, and they have it in their own zone out past the first blue line. And now in the zone, shot on goal. It's blocked. No, it's caught by Anderson, the goalie from Denmark, who is playing there. John Bolton reached a plea deal over his violation of the U.S. Espionage Act. If I'd done this, I'd be in prison. I handled classified information for over 40 years. This scumbag is a piece of work. He is one of those freaking, neocons. I don't know how Trump ever hired this idiot. John Bolton reaches a plea deal over mishandling sensitive national security information. John Bolton, Donald Trump's former national security advisor and the ambassador to the UN under George Bush, reached a plea deal over mishandling sensitive national security information. No, look at sensitive. It's freaking classified information. He pleads guilty to 1 count of illegal retention of sensitive national security information. He has agreed to pay a $2 million fine. A conviction on 1 count of illegal retention could come with a sentence of 0 to 60 months in prison. Justice Department declined to comment and referred CNN to the court docket. The plea deal comes months after the top Trump foe was charged by prosecutors in Maryland for allegedly keeping diaries from the first Trump White House in his home. Prosecutors accused Bolton of sharing more than 1,000 pages of information about his day-to-day activities through his personal email account with 2 unauthorized individuals, his wife and daughter. The alleged transmission classification is not part of the charges, so he could still be charged for that. His guilty plea won't include charges related to the allegation that Bolton took home or shared classified information, only that he wrote down sensitive national security information as part of his personal papers. He served for 1 year in the Trump administration in an effort to undermine and sabotage the United States, and he succeeded in that. Charged with 8 counts of transmission of national defense information, 10 counts of retention. Trump had long been calling for Bolton to be arrested over his 2020 memoir that was highly critical of the president, claiming Bolton should have gone to jail because classified information was contained in the book. And it was. Unfortunately, Bolton, who's a career D.C. turd, has maintained the support of career prosecutors and investigators. He should be going to jail. Trump's first Justice Department opened criminal and civil investigation into the book in 2020, but was closed by Biden. But the FBI opened a new inquiry into Bolton the next year, still during the Biden administration, after his email was breached by suspected Iranian hackers. So Bolton jeopardized our national security with the Iranians because he's an idiot. The search of a phone by the FBI last summer found documents marked as classified according to court records previously released. Wow. Sandy Berger was fined $50,000 after smuggling classified information from the National Archives. Why is it the people that betray this country, like Sandy Berger and John Bolton, get a free pass? Why is that? No score yet. Just 2.5 minutes into the overtime. Carolina with the puck down in Vegas, and the whistle blows. Not sure why. Did it go into the net?
The ice, and they're gassed at about 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's what happens in the long change period.
Yep, guys are tired out there on the ice now. It's been a long evening. But Hegseth can post random strike plans and random apps, and it's all real Gucci. Nah, shut up. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. We criticized Hegseth. You know, why do you got to be an asshole, be confrontational? Do you want to be blocked here? You know, Johnny come lately, we criticized that when it happened, okay? Don't walk in here with this bullshit. And Bolton is a rhino and Burglar is a Democrat. So equal opportunity, calling out both sides. Don't come in like a jerk off and act like you're all high and mighty. That story was covered extensively when Hegseth did it. Yeah. Well, I'm not the Attorney General. I'm much more interested in prosecuting the people who silenced Americans' free speech, which is contained in the right here. There's no telegram, and there was no Espionage Act in the Constitution. This is the supreme law of the land, the Constitution. Supreme law. All right, you're blocked. You're blocked. You're going to act like a child, you're going to get blocked. I don't have time for children tonight. Okay. All right, I won't block you. I'll just remove your stupid comment, okay? Next time you get a timeout. Oh, you're laughing now. Well, then you are blocked. There you go. You're going to be a child. Remove. Put the user in timeout. There you go. You act like a child, then you'll get treated like a child. This is supreme law of the land, the Constitution. This is the Constitution. The Espionage Act was created decades, century and a half later. This is the supreme law of the land. Our rights were violated. Those people need to be prosecuted. the White House communications team, the White House chief of staff, the CDC, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Blixen, all of them, the National Institutes for Health, National Security Council, all of whom colluded with these folks. Yes, Bolton is a neocon. That's exactly right. And a warmonger. That's exactly right. And he intentionally sabotaged the Trump administration from within. Yep. You've already been pushing your luck there. Why not? Donut head. Yep. Oh, Carolina pushing hard. Vegas is struggling here to stop it from going in. Oh, it's a power play. That's why. Carolina's in a power play. I missed. So what happened? Good morning. Yeah, no, it's much nicer when the trolls are silent. You know, it's okay to make points. The guy made a point, but you know, when I pointed out, you know, whatever. We're not going to deal with that clown. You got 30 minutes. He wants to act like an adult. He can hang around for 30 minutes and come back in. Otherwise, we'll just block him in the end. No time for fools. Anyway. They're just juvenile little peckerheads, have no success in life. They've accomplished nothing, so they just come onto YouTube channels and troll their way through life because they've got nothing. Anyway, so Bolton, the neocon, the betrayer of the United States, the man who jeopardized us to the Iranians and left his account open, like Hillary Clinton, the classified information thief, another thief. Hillary Clinton should be in prison too. She should be in prison for most of her natural life. The arrogance of that asshat Hillary Clinton stealing classified information, putting it on unclassified servers, stealing top secret, sensitive, coordinated information that cost us tens of billions of dollars to develop the capability of compromising our sources and methods. She's a retard. She's a retard, and she did it knowingly and willingly, and she has met all the elements of the Espionage Act. And it doesn't even matter if it was willingly. You can be charged under the Espionage Act. She belongs in prison, and the fact that the D.C. establishment allowed the statute of limitations to expire is a disgrace. All of them are culpable in Congress for not pressing for charges against her, and each attorney general for not charging her, including Trump's attorney general, Jeff Sessions, the bonehead. Where is Jeff Sessions at? Is he still alive? That fossil retard. What an idiot. Former U.S. attorney general, former dipshit is what he was. Yep. 79 years of age. He's an ass. He also undermined the presidency with his recusal, his ridiculous recusal. Did they score yet? Let me see. Oh, they scored. Carolina wins on the power play. Or is it over?
Sean, you had just said these gentlemen would really answer a question if they could come through here. Jarvis, the one-timer.
Wow.
It beats Carter Hart.
It sure did beat Carter Hart badly, too. Oh, no, not badly. Just under the stick. He just a microsecond from stopping it. Wow. Wow. So, Vegas screwed the pooch here. They go back to Las Vegas 1-1 now. James Comey. Vegas screwed the pooch here. They had this game wrapped up. And so it's over. 4-3, Carolina wins it in overtime. Shame. Yep, James Comey. That piece of crap. He belongs in prison too. You can bet your bottom dollar that American citizens who commit the same crimes will go to prison. Yep. What is going on with Hermanus? What's going on with his day? I missed it. You guys are wishing him well. You like the shirt and hat? There's the shirt. America the Beautiful. 250th anniversary. Yep, and the hat kind of goes with it. America the Beautiful. Yep, goes with that. So I'm going to take the hat off now. Anyway, yeah, so, oh boy. Anyway. Wow. So Vegas chokes one away. Meanwhile, in the WNBA, the Indiana Fever played much better tonight. Caitlin Clark struggled in the first half. She was vomiting at halftime, but she came back and performed well in the second half and finished, I think, with 17 points. I think that's what it was. Let me take a look and see. I want the box score. That's what I want. So Caitlin Clark wound up with... Where's the points on this? This is stupid. What kind of kind of stats are these? The WNBA is so useless. You bring up stats, nobody cares about this. We want to know the points they scored. What a stupid, stupid set here. Traditional scoring. What else would we want? Page not found. What the hell is that? The WNBA is useless. Their website is garbage. Let's go to Google, see if I can't find it. Gee, many crickets. Indiana Fever. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Click on this game. Fever stats. Here we go. Come on. Okay, so Caitlin Clark got 17 points. She was 2 of 8 on her three-pointers, though. 3 of 4 on her free throws. 7 rebounds, 8 assists. She had 1 block. And, yep, so good game on her part. Kelsey Mitchell had 25 points. Aaliyah Boston, 19. Sophie Cunningham, 8 points. And then Lexi Hall, 4. The rookie, Raven Johnson, had 5 points. I think she made a three-pointer. I'm trying to remember. I think she made a nice three-pointer. So Indiana Fever win. They go to 5-4 now, defeating Atlanta Dream. 2 possessions in a row. 2 possessions in a row. Angel Reese was looked rather pedestrian as she was blocked. Her shot was blocked by people shorter than her. Yep. Okay. So Karen Olivier, what's up? Oh, did you like the shorts? Yeah. She's an excellent athlete caught in the wrong. Why do somebody have to play as her? Oh, yeah, no, now they're just racist against her. Oh, yeah. They're just plain racist against Caitlin Clark. Calling that, I'm going to call that out. So, yeah. Where's my news at? Is this it here? Yeah. That was something I was going to talk about later on, but now that we've gotten through, former NBA player rips little white girl, Caitlin Clark. Wow, what a racist. What an absolute racist. Yep. Former NBA player is sounding off on Caitlin Clark is quite a rant. Yeah. The more we catch these glimpses of Caitlin Clark, I'm like, I don't like you. I don't like the way you behave in the court. Former ESPN host Kari Champion admitted she doesn't like watching her play because of her attitude. Well, I don't like listening to you because you're a bigot. And the league is positioning you to be a superstar because you are, and with leadership comes certain responsibility. Yeah, well, you know, you little assholes, you forget how this woman was mugged, physically assaulted, attacked on the court, and fouls weren't even called. Have you forgotten the first season and how she got injured and it ruined her second season because the muggings and assaults and the racist assaults by black lesbians on the court? They're forgetting that. Yeah, I don't want to hear their whining about Caitlin Clark. All these players throw tantrums. Every one of them throw a tantrum every time they get a foul called on them. Every single player in the WNBA, except maybe Lexi Hull, does that. Every one of them. Former NBA big man Ethan Thomas sound off. Caitlin Clark is every little white girl from elementary school I knew. They could throw a tantrum, stomp their feet, yell, talk disrespectfully, shed some tears, and teacher would rub their backs and ask them what's wrong. Wow, racist much, Ethan Thomas? Are you a racist much? Yeah, I think so. I think you're very much a racist much. Very much a racist. Yep, and his behavior and his comments. Yeah, stupid people like that. You're a big Cunningham fanboy, are you? Oh, well, I think a lot of us are big Sophie Cunningham fanboys, but we don't know if she's straight or gay. We don't know if she's straight or gay, but she's hot. Sophie Cunningham. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, she has a big TikTok presence. Sophie Cunningham. Okay, what's with a little faster? Here she is. Here she is, Sophie Cunningham. There she is. That's a good picture over there. Very talented athlete. She played at Missouri. She's gotten thinner since she was playing in college. Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, she doesn't hold back. I love that. She also defends her teammates. Yep. Lexi Hall's pretty good too. You know, Lexi's a twin. Both of them played in college, but only she went to the NBA. I don't know what her sister's doing. But my favorite was I really liked the other guard who played for Iowa. Can't think of her name right now. Gabby Marshall, that's the one. Kate Martin and Gabby Marshall. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Kate Martin. Is she still playing? Kate Martin. She plays for Los Angeles still. Okay. Yep, she's 26 now. And Gabby Marshall didn't go to the WNBA. I thought she was fantastic. Former college player. Yep. She's 25 years old, from Cincinnati. She was a very good player. But she didn't go on to play in the WNBA. I guess she had other plans. Here she is at Iowa. What is with the internet tonight? Why am I not getting... Yeah. Here they are. Here's Caitlin Clark with her teammate, even though she's not playing anymore. That's Gabby Marshall. She was quite a good player. I enjoyed watching her play. Yeah. Here she is. Here she is when she was playing in Iowa with Caitlin Clark. Those green eyes. I thought she was great. She got married, I think, when she came out of college. Well, yeah, here she is. There's her husband, yep. Wait. Oh, no, that's her dad. That's not her. That's her dad. Are those her siblings? Yeah, I guess that's her dad and her siblings. They're much younger than her. There you go. That's from a few years ago. That's not what I was looking for. Wonder what she's up to now. Let's see what she's up to now if it tells us. College career transition post. After using a fifth-year eligibility during the national championship run, she decided to hang it up there and retire. The media waited for her WNBA draft declaration, but never happened. Instead of pursuing a professional career, she chose to further education. She chose to further education at University of North Carolina to work towards a master's in occupational therapy. In late 2025, she announced on her social media she'll be moving to Indianapolis, where former teammate Caitlin Clark resides. Okay. She averaged 6.6 points per game in her college career. Gabby Marshall. She's from Cincinnati. Anyway. Sophie Cunningham. Interesting. And they only help old people after everyone else. So sad. What are you talking about, Vanessa? Mother just left at 5:50 in the morning to go stay in the state hospital. Oh. Because the world hates white people, the narrative that has played out worldwide, all leftists for the last 2 decades. Exactly. I saw an Afrikaans interview with Mel Filionen, but I didn't. Did somebody have the translation? I couldn't stomach her very long. So, guess somebody. I saw that it appeared. So yeah, Mel Filionen. I posted on Twitter. Good riddance. It smells like something's burning in here. Well, my house isn't going to burn down. It smells like something's burning. Oh boy, Marco Rubio is this guy's got classic moments. Here's Marco Rubio as they storm out of this. I'll go look for that Mel thing in a minute, but this is hilarious. Marco Rubio is funny as all get out.
Americans in
Why is she leaving? I'm going to answer her questions.
I will.
Oh, okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
All right, so we're going to talk about. I just want to.
Unfortunately, Representative time has expired.
Going.
Representative Salazar is recognized.
Yes.
And giving contracts with no transparency
Can I
is
borrow your
exactly
time
the
to
reason
answer?
why you shut down USAID. So practice what you preach. I yield my
Oh,
time.
she gets to scream now too?
Chairman,
Scream
can
and
we
shout.
take down her words?
I'll give you some time. I'll give you some of my time. Let me just.
Okay.
Just
Oh God,
change
what
the
kind of thing
energy.
is this? What is this? You get asked questions for 5 minutes and you don't get time to answer. It's not a hearing.
I think you said clown
Like a
shit
dunk
before.
tank.
I
What
don't,
is
I don't
this?
have to tell you. I don't. I'll
I've
give
even
you
used
time.
their time. How can I answer the question? They don't even give me time. I've had to use their time to answer your questions.
Yes.
All right, whatever.
All right, so I don't need to tell you that in my community, the city that I represent, the city of Miami, you're one of the most illustrious representatives, and that we're very proud of you, not only the Cuban Americans, but the Hispanic Americans in...
Why is she leaving? I'm going to answer her question.
I will...
Oh, she's going, okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
All right, so we're going to talk about... I just want to...
He's on fire, man. Marco Rubio is on fire. What did Trump say now?
From the very first day I took office, our administration has waged the most successful war on crime in American history. Last year, the murder rate saw the single largest decline ever recorded, falling to the lowest level in 125 years. We've reduced the fentanyl coming across our border by 60%, from Washington to Memphis to New Orleans to our southern border. We are restoring law and order to America. Now we're taking our next big step to defend public safety in America. At my direction, the Department of Justice is beginning what we're calling the Model Cities Initiative to slash violent crime in major metropolitan areas all across our country. In selected cities, the Department of Justice will provide $300 million in grants to hire police officers, modernize equipment, provide training, and improve law enforcement. This historic funding will go to confronting substance abuse, preventing youth crime, and combating repeat offenders. In short, we're committed to making historic investments in improving the quality of life of city residents nationwide. For the next 90 days, any city or local government representing a population of more than 100,000 people can apply to take part in this exciting new program. It's amazing. Tell your local representatives to apply now by going to www.justice.gov/grants. With your help, we will put more police on our streets, and we will put dangerous criminals behind bars where they belong, and we want to keep them there. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. You're amazing people.
Yeah, Trump, brilliant. 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 The Muslims in the UK are demanding the St. George's Cross be removed from England's flag because a Christian symbol offends them.
This is our country. We are here to stay. Our country.
Wow.
This is our country. We are here to stay. We are settlers. And also I would like to point out that some people said, what about the crucifix on the English flag? And it's Crusader history. Well, I responded, if you place a white flag with just England written on that flag, there is no reason in Sharia Islamic law why that would be forbidden. So you are permitted to place a white flag with England written on it without the crucifix.
Oh my God.
If the victim feels that they've been racially abused or anything like that, yeah, they can be arrested, yeah.
What would be the threshold? Because it's like a subjective threshold.
Anything racist.
Anything racist,
yeah.
Have you guys ever made arrests like that?
Many times.
Because the police in Britain are racist against whites. They're racist against whites. I do have some downloaded videos here. Let me find this. Oh, yeah, this is great.
Before we start tonight, we want to apologise.
Oh, yes, the BBC wants to apologise. The BBC wants to apologize for lying about Nigel Farage. They got caught and they were forced to apologize.
Before we start tonight, we want to apologise for an error we made on last night's programme. In an interview about the murder of 18-year-old Henry Novak, we mistakenly quoted the Reform UK leader Nigel Farage.
It wasn't a mistake, it was intentional.
As saying people should respond to his death with a white, cold rage. To be clear,
that's not what Nigel Farage said. They said that to inflame racial tensions because the BBC is a race-hustling propaganda outlet.
Mr. Farage actually said pure, cold rage, as had been stated earlier in the programme. We apologise to him for this mistake. Last night's Newsnight has been...
You apologize. Yeah, the damage is done. You get away with it. You should lose your broadcasting license because it was intentional. It wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. Just like everything that Cockprot 24 does is intentional. Now, you thought that was funny with Rubio earlier. Watch this now. This is good. So this is in the same hearing. Watch how he roasts another demon rat from Kutztown. This is a demon rat from Pennsylvania. She gets torched. Watch this.
Distribution. Well, because one of those were in cahoots with Hamas. And we saw an incredible amount of the aid flow into Hamas's hands.
Reclaiming my time, the aid was held up at the border by Israel, and you know it. You got to fix
your rules here. You can't even answer a question.
You're not following the rules. You're very familiar with how this works.
No, I don't. I never served in the House. This is a weird rule. Will you ask a question and I can't answer?
Would you please add time to the clock?
Nope.
You're very clear. He's like, no, I was never in the House of Representatives. I was in the Senate. This dingbat demon rat representing Kutztown, a conservative area. Be gone, footsec loser. What a clown. And Marco Rubio just embarrasses her. Madeline Dean. That's the level of stupidity that we elect to office here in Pennsylvania. Madeline Dean. Madeline Dingbat is what she is. Rubio just holds court and once again rips. Which one is this one? Okay, here's another one on Rubio. Save a hearing, man. This hearing is gold. This hearing is absolute gold, man. Hang on, let's see what this one was.
Your shoes look very nice today, Mr. Secretary.
Well, how can you see them? They're way down here.
Got him!
Talking about shoes. Are you guys kidding me? I mean, is this the Foreign Affairs Committee or is this like a circus? What is this? Why is she leaving? I'm going to answer her question. Oh, she's going. Okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
My time, the aid was held up at the border by Israel, and you know it.
You got to fix your rules here. You can't even answer a question.
Would you please add time to the clock?
Nope. Oh, she gets to scream now too? What kind of thing is this? What is this? You get asked questions for 5 minutes and you don't get time to answer. It's not a hearing.
I think you said clown show before.
I assume you're aware that Greenland is indeed part of Denmark.
For now.
Okay. Your shoes look very nice.
That was the dude dressed up as a lady in the Congress there, Sarah McBride. I assume you realize that Greenland is part of Denmark. My response would have been, yes, we know that the colonizers from Denmark are still oppressing the Inuit in Greenland. We're well aware of that. That would have been my response. Rubio was just ripping a bed. Oh, this is great. Check this out. This is a member of Congress who represents us, Representative Chu. This is how stupid these people are. They don't even know American history and they're elected to office. Check this out. Scott Bessent torches this moron.
Recently, President Trump proudly claimed that he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation when it comes to the war with Iran. So I want to ask you, Secretary Bessent.
By the way, what's with the eye makeup? Good Lord. Is she trying to look like someone ripped her eyes out? She looks like a zombie, like someone ripped her eyes out.
Do you agree with President Trump that you also do not care about Americans' financial situation?
What an asswipe.
Congresswoman, who was the president during World War I?
Can you?
No,
are you refusing to answer my question?
No, I'm asking, who was the president during World War I?
I don't know, but clearly you are not answering my question.
You don't know who the president, you don't know who Woodrow Wilson is. Wow. And this person represents, this is an invasion. Miss Chu, an invasion.
World War I was. Well, let me tell you.
So I'm clearly getting the idea that you do not want to answer whether you agree with President Trump that you do not care about Americans' financial situations.
President Trump does care about Americans' financial situation.
Well, he actually said that he doesn't.
No, that is a truncated thing, like everything is, that he is future-proofing, because I can tell you Americans' financial situations would be devastated if Iran got a nuclear weapon and there was a permanent shutdown of the flow of energy out of the Middle East.
Well, then let me ask you, was your prediction...
I promise you that President Wood...
I'm taking my time back.
I'm taking my time back. I don't know American history. I'm a Chinese invader, but I'm taking my time back. Oh, my goodness. 88% of the population under the age of 20 is foreign born. Over half of them are Muslims in Brussels. And this is what they're doing to Brussels today. Did you see this? This is what's happening in Brussels. That's Brussels. This is what they're doing. This is an invasion. Voter ID and proof of citizenship supported by over 80% of Americans. 4 Republicans voted no. Tom Tillis, Lisa Murkowski, Mitch McConnell, and Susan Collins. These are treasonous bastards, and they should all be removed from office. And Brickberg, what is he saying?
Builder during apartheid. I built the things that you benefited from.
The reflecting pool is done now. Vanderbilt Park. Oh my God, they're robbing people. There's a bunch of them. 7:25 in the evening. At least 4 of them with guns.
Edgar's and
Livingston's.
5 of them.
No, Livingston.
Yes.
Okay. I did send a number response to come and assist, so I wanted to know which store.
Okay.
They're trying to break in a store.
All right. Thank you, my good sir.
Are those people dead or are they just staying down? I can't tell if they're dead or what when they come out.
Good man, this is Tato. There's so many.
No, they just lie down. Okay. So Scott Bessent tears apart Liz Owens' Pocahontas.
Literally signed the 113-page document publicly listing all of his individual stock trades at the same time that he is making decisions affecting those stocks. So you're going to sit here with straight face and say it's not a conflict of interest for the President of the United States to do that?
I'm going to say this body needs to get its house in order first.
How about we get the White House in order at the same time?
I would encourage you to do that.
I don't trade in individual stocks. I don't own any individual stocks. My house is in order. Thank you.
Senator, you're very
Mr.
rich.
Secretary.
Others
So
on this
let's
committee
look-
can't say that, Senator.
Let's look at some individual trades. On January 6th, Donald Trump purchased up to $1 million worth of NVIDIA stock. 1 week later, his administration changed U.S. policy and loosened the rules on export controls so that NVIDIA could sell its chips to China. Now the price of NVIDIA stock is through the roof.
Actually blocked the sale of
Secretary
AI
Bessent,
chips
you
to
said
China
last
from
year,
NVIDIA.
if any private citizen traded the way members of Congress do,
Watch this.
quote, the
Listen,
SEC would be knocking on their
Wait,
door.
here we go.
So my question is, should the SEC be knocking on President Trump's door to start an investigation over this trade?
Again, if this body wants to ban individual stock trading, which I would advocate for yourselves, start there. And if you want legislative action to continue, that's your prerogative.
So it's our prerogative. So you would support our saying that President Trump should be investigated over this?
I would support
Our trade should be investigated and President Trump
I would
should be
support you
investigated.
getting your house in order, Senator.
And how about the White House getting its house in order?
Again,
Would you support that investigation?
Please lead by example.
I would like to see the President of the United States lead by example. You say there should be an investigation when that kind of activity takes place. How about we start with the White House? Let's do
create
one
statute. The
President
does not.
Trump bought tens of thousands of dollars worth of stock in
Congress
Robinhood
writes the laws,
and
not the
Bank
president.
Of New York
That's
Mellon
exactly right.
Corporation, known as BNY. On April 6th, your Treasury Department announced it had chosen the financial agent to implement the new Trump.
I can't stomach her anymore. Sorry.
your staff wrote up this cute statement for your TikTok video, but it's not true, and it's not real.
Rubio.
That's not what happened. Okay? I'm the National Security Advisor and Secretary of State.
Thank you. With the remainder of my time, I'd like to remind the American people that as the Secretary of State, your main duty as America's chief diplomat is to maintain our relations with foreign nations. This is why I was shocked to see that you were at a party with President Trump in Miami instead of accompanying Vice President Vance to Pakistan for negotiations.
What party was I at?
There was no party.
I was at a party?
It's publicly reported, and there's photos there.
But
In
what
fact,
party?
Steve
No,
Witkoff
but you're going to
and
say that. I'm
Jared
going to answer it. I'm going to answer
But
that
let me
question,
finish
because that's an
my
absurd statement. I was not at a
I
party.
finish my paragraph,
All right.
he can answer.
People are going to
In fact,
slander me. I'm going to answer
Steve
it.
Witkoff and Jared Kushner, both of whom were never confirmed by this body to be America's diplomats, accompanied the vice president in the negotiations. Even Iran's foreign minister was not there, yet you were not, was there, excuse me, and you were not. I just feel that's embarrassing for us, and
That's
it's embarrassing
for you
for
because
you.
you're a dumbass
So,
Democrat.
Mr. Secretary, Congress represents the American people. We have the power
No,
to
you don't.
confirm who
You
represents
represent
America
yourself.
abroad. We confirmed you to be our Secretary of State. We confirmed you to be in the negotiations that are
No,
happening.
that's not what we confirmed you
And
to
it's
do.
just unthinkable to me that you are
This is the
missing
idiot
high
from
stakes
Nevada.
negotiations, or that you're not involved. It's sad. to
Senator
see you
Rosen, your
excluded. Thank you.
time's up.
Yield back.
But
So let me-
Senator Secretary Rubio,
You're
should have the
100%
opportunity to
inaccurate
reply.
and 100% wrong. Here's why. Number one, the Vice President of the United States was there, and he wasn't confirmed by us, and he was elected by the American people. Okay? He is the second in line to the presidency of the United States. He was present. Mr. Witkoff is the president's envoy for negotiation for peace deals. Mr. Kushner is a private citizen that serves as an advisor on these functions. They were the team that we sent to Pakistan. I was not at a party. Where I was is next to the president. Because in the midst of those negotiations, I was in communications with them. And in fact, I think there is media reporting from that evening on how on multiple occasions I went into a back room, I came back out and spoke to the president and was constantly updating him. On that evening, I spoke to Mr. Kushner and our negotiating team and Mr. Witkoff on at least 6 occasions, including twice on a secure line from the phone they had access to over there. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're just
Senator
making
Rosen,
stuff up.
he has the floor.
I know your
Please.
staff wrote up this cute statement for your TikTok video, but it's not true, and it's not real. That's not what happened. Okay? I'm the National Security Advisor and Secretary of State. I was co-located with the President in the midst of a high-stakes negotiation so that I could immediately inform him about events occurring halfway around the world. I was where I needed to be at that moment because we had a very capable team on the ground in Pakistan led by the Vice President. Led by the Vice President of the United States.
Yeah, he's holding court. These demon rats. This is Rosen, the retard from Nevada who barely won the Senate post, and they're so stupid. It's so easy to just rip them apart because they have no substance. It's like the DA, Jordan Hill Lewis. Oh, 28,000 prisoners absconded under Peter Groeneveld's watch. No, not even remotely true. Just a bunch of lies. This man was arrested because he said he likes bacon in Britain.
Okay, we want bacon. To be honest, we're talking to all your
How can you arrest him for saying he likes bacon?
And what's that?
You're not allowed to say you like bacon, but he's around here, lad.
Can you explain that to me, please?
Yeah, so it's anything that might be perceived to be racially abusive.
The UK continues to get crazier. Is it a country or a prison island? Let me know what you think in the comments and chat.
It is a prison island, Russell Brad. It's absolutely a prison island. Yep. Oh, here you go. Here's somebody I could deal with. This guy is, they're all pretending to help Ukraine. They shut off his microphone. This is European parliamentarian Gregors Braun stands up speaking on uncomfortable truth. Stop pretending to help Ukraine by prolonging this war with weapons and billions, only sacrificing more Ukrainian blood and destroying the continent's future. Yep, that's what he says, and they shut him down.
Oh, Laudetur Jesus Christus. Thank you very much. Is this some war council? Are we at war? Are we really going to fight for what cause? With whom? With what resources? We are not helping Ukraine by prolonging this war. You're not helping Ukrainian people who were looking
Thank
for
you.
shelter,
Thank you for your
escaping
question.
their own country, and
And they turned his microphone off. What a fraudulent organization, the European Union. What a fraudulent European Parliament. Yep. So, Caitlin Clark is furious. Dream player wasn't touched, pretends she was hit in the face, so Clark goes nuts asking for a challenge, and her coach pretends she doesn't see her. The refs beat even her own coach seemingly hate. Watch this. She's not even hit in the face. It's ridiculous. This player is not even hit, and she fakes it and she gets a Michael Jordan foul. Watch this. Watch. Not even hit in the face. And Caitlin Clark gets called for a foul. Not even touched.
Clark has scored or assisted on 9 of Indiana's 11 points in the quarter.
Clark is a foot away from her when she pretends she got hit in the face. This is the hatred, the racism directed against Caitlin Clark by whites and blacks in this lesbian league. Yep. A restaurant owner in the UK has begun deploying anti-inbred spray of pork sausage in a spray bottle against Muslims who continue to attack him because he refuses to serve halal food. Good Lord. It's getting crazy in the UK. A 4-year-old in the UK picked up a white doll to play with, and they were reported for racism. What? This has got to be AI.
A young child who was about 4 years old at the time, who was white and blonde, was presented with a series of dolls that they were told to play with by their particular teacher. They were given a doll that was black, and they said, just as a child, oh, I want that one, which was white.
Sir Glenn Quagmire, stop trolling. Nobody cares about Israel. It isn't going to cost Republicans midterms. That's silly.
They were then reported for racism, and their parents were brought into school to...
I think that's fake. The Englishman was stopped while filming his surroundings during a walk. The man questioned by British police was threatened about not filming.
Hey.
Hiya.
Film.
Sorry?
Don't film. You can't take pictures and you can't film.
You're so wrong, madam. I am right. I can film because I'm doing it right now. There's nothing you can do. Do you understand that?
Can you just turn it
Madam,
off?
we don't live in authority.
I have been advised.
Well, whoever advised you is wrong.
Right, well, can you turn your camera off?
How dare you point at me and tell me what to do? Madam.
Oh, this is great. This is great. He stands up for his rights.
You don't just tell people what to do. You're a PCSO.
What do you mean I'm just a PCSO?
This isn't Nazi Germany. This isn't North Korea. You can't just tell people what to do. Excuse me. Look, I'm a member of the public. You got to respect me. I pay your salary. Hello, this madam's trying to tell me what to do, and I'm very offended.
Why are you shouting?
Because she started shouting at me.
All right, okay. Can I help you?
No. I don't want anyone to help me. She started telling me what to do.
I would like you, please, to stop filming. The reason I'm asking you this is twofold.
Yeah.
I'm appealing to you as a human being.
Okay.
For moral decency, because there are families linked to this.
Yes.
If it was your
public
family,
street.
This is going to be all over the news tonight.
Okay. Right.
Pictures of that all over the news.
Would you like it?
Would I like what?
Appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you what, because he who controls the questions controls the answers, yeah? I refute your question, and I'm going to tell you that regardless, do you think 9/11, 3,000 people's families, all all over the news? You can't make me stop filming, can you? You guys can't stop me filming.
At the moment, if you look there, there's an investigation going on.
There is a crime scene investigation.
Potentially, at this moment in time, you're capturing something they might have missed. So in a minute, under PACE, Section 19 of PACE, there might be criminal offence linked to it. I can seize that camera.
You have no idea what trouble you'd be in, sir, if you tried that. I'm a member of the press. Are you threatening to take my...
Right, is it?
Yes, it does, because this is a free country, sir, and you guys have no right to tell me...
Officer?
Sorry?
Should we go and get the investigating officer?
You can bring the SAS. It doesn't matter. I'm a free country.
What we're talking about...
It's a free country, mate.
What we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
When this goes on YouTube or whatever it is you're going to do with it...
It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter what I'm going to do with it.
All right, put it on YouTube, crack on with it.
No, I don't need your permission. I'll do whatever I want with it.
They're not giving you my permission.
No, but you're speaking in an authoritarian manner.
What's my role at this moment in time?
Your role is to protect the crime scene, not to argue with the photographer on the side of the...
You're helping us by capturing something.
Dude, forgive my French. I'm not going to swear, but that's utter bollocks, and we both know it. It is utter bollocks. How can an amateur little camera...
Have you got nothing better to do with your time at this moment? Have you got nothing better to do? Because at the moment, you're not even filming that, you're filming me.
Yeah, because the story has changed.
You're here to cause trouble.
There is no trouble. You guys, please leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Okay?
You have no power to say... I'm not inside your cordon. There you go. I'm not inside your cordon.
In a minute, I'll arrest you for breach of peace, remove you from the area, alright? Because you're causing me, these officers are trying to do their work, and you're obstructing.
He's not causing
because
anything.
They're here
You're
to
the one who
protect
came
the
over to
crime scene.
him.
You're right.
Okay,
At the moment,
listen.
they're dealing with you.
Maybe,
so
okay.
You're causing problems.
We'll start again. Okay, now
Yeah, he's not causing anything. The cop is the one who interrupted him. It's a public street. You can film what you want. You're in public. You have no expectation or right to privacy. It's comical. So Nancy Pelosi gets asked why she blocked the National Guard on January 6th. This is Lindell TV.
Hi, Congresswoman Pelosi. Last time I asked you about January 6th, why you turned the National Guard away on January 6th, you told me to shut up and that I was repeating Republican talking.
To shut up again because you're speaking lies. And I don't have
right
anything
here.
to do
You're
with
right
it.
here on record saying,
no,
I'll
shut
admit
up.
it.
No, I did not admit it. The president never would agree to send the National Guard. Don't waste your time or mine.
She says, that decrepit fool. Yep, John Bolton spent 2024 going every cable show in America smearing the president as a criminal for retaining classified documents. Today he pled guilty doing exactly what he falsely accused the president of. Yep.
And so I think a lot of these documents he may have just thought were cool. A lot of them he thought might be souvenirs. A lot of them he thought might be useful to him later. I can't answer the question until I see the document. But well, there are a lot of theories that he could use it as information against his enemies, that he could give it to people in exchange for favors. We don't.
Is that why you stole classified information, John Bolton? Is that why? Is that why you stole classified information? This is a woman, Alicia Lapp, running for governor of California. How many votes did she get? Where is the California? Let me see. Alicia Lapp. Let me see how many votes she got. Did she get any votes? She got 4,123. She's a Republican. Alicia Lapp, we got 4,000 votes out of the 60%. By the way, we're up to 60% now. We got 4% more. In an entire day and a half, California managed to add 4% of the votes. That's so amazing. And isn't it interesting how Steve Hilton's lead is shrinking now? He had a 2% lead over them. Now he only has a lead of 38, 60, 70,000. It was 116,000. He's lost 46,000 vote lead as the Democrats steal the California election. Yes. And the mayor of Los Angeles, they still haven't got Spencer Pratt added in here, even though he's got a commanding lead of 33,000 votes over Neetha Rauman. They're praying they can steal the votes for her. Yeah, so this woman actually is running for governor of California. Let's see what she's got to say. This looks like it's also friggin' AI.
America, it's time we deport every single Zionist and every single illegal. And to the people who are Zionists in this country, you are a traitor and should be in prison, but I'll take deportation instead. America, it's time we deport...
Zionist. Another anti-Semitic Jew hater. Well, that's 7 minutes. I'm not going to play that. That's too long. Meet Felicity Harrison, Institute for Justice and Reconciliation, funded by George Soros. She dictated the latest legislation for SAPs that believes you should not own a firearm. Oh. Liberal socialists. Okay. Bram Kruger, well-known former paramedic from Pretoria, spent his life saying on Thursday before Easter this year he was lured to a guest house in Brooklyn under false pretenses. 4 suspects, Zondo Ntando, Sifoso Zulu, Mpondolo Nyeme, and Safisi Miambo, checked into 3 rooms, paid $2,000 cash, arranged to meet him. He arrived, was taken to a room. That was the last time he was seen alive. His body was discovered by cleaners on Good Friday, tied up to the bed. The details are sickening. These animals bound him, robbed him of his cell phone and cash, murdered him in cold blood, then casually left the premises pretending to buy food and never returned. They're applying for bail in Pretoria Magistrates Court, claim they're unemployed but do informal work, live in KZN, have no money to flee, and plan to plead guilty. Arrogance is infuriating. A man who dedicated his career to emergency medical service, keeping this country running, is dead, tied up, and murdered while his killers cry about fairness. Yep. Yep. Labour Party councillor caught on microphone saying she wants people arrested for putting up British flags.
Asked about the police. Can they not trace people who are using social media, or if flags are repeatedly reinstalled after we remove them, can they not lie in wait and nab the bastards who are reinstalling them so quickly? Because that's the sort of thing I would like to see from the police. Now, the ones outside County Hall, can we...
This woman wants British citizens arrested for flying British flags. She is a councillor from the Labour Party. New York, State Trooper Christopher Bolton pulls over a family SUV for speeding on a thruway. Driver Tristan Goods refuses to show ID and escalates the stop. Trooper uses pepper spray. The driver floors it and flees at high speed. The trooper follows training and uses pit maneuver to ram the vehicle and stop the threat. The SUV crashes. Goods' own 11-year-old daughter Monica is tragically killed. The result, Trooper Baldner was sentenced to 7 years in prison for manslaughter. The father who caused the deadly cause, Chase, walks free after claiming he was scared for his life. State Trooper Christopher Baldner. I got to check this out, how old this story is. Boy, Ronaldo is going all medieval yeah, he was sentenced yesterday to 7.5 years in prison. Wow, for doing his job. Because he's white and the victim is black. That's why. "19-year veteran state trooper. The father was he was driving 101 miles an hour on a state highway. 101 miles an hour, and he's pulled over. Wow, state trooper did his job and he goes to jail because of that. Crystal, that's lower. It's usually 82, but they're using the current statistics, which are fraudulent. They're using 1/4 statistics to pretend that it's only 58. It's 1/4. You have to have annual statistics to get a real read on that, so they're lying. But California's embarrassing inability to count votes continues. Now it's 60% of votes. Steve Hilton's lead has diminished to just about 70,000. It was 116,000, so 46,000 votes he's lost. Tom Steyer's inching up, but he's not going to get there. Yeah, but look at this. It's almost the entire state, geographically, voted for Steve Hilton. Los Angeles County alone had 700,000 ballots to count 11 hours ago. Wow. Mail-in balloting is a crime against democracy, and it must be stopped. Only absentee ballots for people who have legitimate reason to have it should be going. Strange how our DA proclaims to fight racism, yet even though this DA counselor supported senior leaders like Helen Zillian, DA itself, she's still a counselor and arrogant as ever. This person is a DA counselor? Counselor Welakazi. Wow. White settlers told black people that working in the cities was better than farming for them. So settlers came with livestock. The bitter white settlers are a problem. Wow. This racist nonsense. This person is a counselor? Wow. We're going to have to look up who that person is. Wow. I have to look her up and expose her. Wow. Welakazi? So let's look that up. Let me try it this way. So it's CLLR_WELEKAZI. That's a lot worse than what Ronaldo Jose said. One word, they destroyed his career. The DA is a fraud. They're just a complete fraud. And we prove it every day. She's got 2 accounts. So I don't know which one it is. Blue tick mark. Well, it looks like she's changed it since 2018. So let's see who she is here. Find out. Because I never heard of her. Itaquini. City Council member Itaquini. Doesn't say what her political party is. I assume it's DA, based on what Ronaldo posted. Yep, she's DA. Councilor Welakazi Sabia. Okay. DA Itaquini Councilor. And she spews racist garbage like that. And that's much more recent than Ronaldo. Yep. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's who the DA puts in the ranks. That's using the term settler is racist. Oh, in the context is meant it's meant to diminish white people. Yep. Hey Tinky, how's it going? Republicans rejected multiple attempts to shut down the fund, but it's already been shut down by the Justice Department, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, multiple attempps. Senate Republicans rejected multiple efforts today to formally kill President Trump's push for a $1.8 billion fund to compensate people who claim they were victimized by the government. Some Republicans, including lawmakers facing tougher election races, that have ever voted in favor of the efforts, highlighted concern within the party over the controversial fund. Yeah, the effort to kill came as the Senate holds a marathon voting session known as a vote-a-rama on amendments to a $70 billion GOP immigration bill. Amendments, yeah, so GOP-led Senate voted down an effort led by Chuck Schumer to shut down the fund. Yep, so anyway, they're just weaponizing Congress. These people aren't representatives, they're just frauds. They're just frauds. Ngizwe Mkunu retracts his insults about Julius Malema just before court ruling. Controversial media figure Ngizwe Mlando Mkunu has issued a formal, unconditional public apology and retraction to EFF President Julius Malema. Comes in the wake of 2 binding court orders handed down in May of this year, compelling him to legally answer for a series of highly inflammatory and defamatory remarks made against the political leader. Mkunu had referred to Malema as a political devil and a dead snake and a dog. Well, what's wrong with that? He's a public figure. Accused Malema of taking money from On Point Engineering. Now that's actionable, but not calling him names. Political devil, huh? Unbelievable. So once again, back to the clown who is in a sensitive counterintelligence position, has no qualifications and no reason for being there, and shouldn't hold a clearance, yet he does. And this is the guy that walked in and broke into the Capitol building. Elias Irizarry pled guilty to various offenses in the Capitol building. Here he is. Pentagon Special Operations Low Intensity Conflict Office's Sensitive Defense Department branch responsible for uncovering and defending against terrorism plots, asymmetric warfare, making sure U.S. commandos have everything needed to carry out their missions. But they have a new asset, a January 6th rioter who pled guilty to climbing through a broken window. Yep. This is a guy This is the guy. He's 25 years old. He's in national security. No, this is ridiculous. This administration needs to get its act together. This clown shouldn't be there. Trump administration will spend $700 million to boost U.S. coal production. Wow. Stop that. The Defense Production Act 1950 will send $425 million to 13 existing coal plants and allocate $185 million to build 2 new coal plants, one in Alaska and the other in West Virginia. Additional $75 million will also be made available to help build the West Gateway Export Terminal. Huh. Wow. Trump is back in coal, unlike the demon rats, the green energy lunatics. Well, Joyce Blount is a convicted criminal. He shouldn't be in office. He shouldn't be in office. He should be kicked out of Parliament, and he should not be on the Judicial Services Commission. 30 kilometers from Gumtus, and my farm is another river. Okay. Hello, Angelique. By the way, do you guys know about this? This is an interesting website. Check it out. futsecanc.co.za. Do you know about this website? Share this far and wide. So let me tell you about this. FootSec ANC. Oops, that's not it. There we go. Largest archive of ANC scandals in South Africa. Website documents the scandals, corruption, human rights violations, failures, and national embarrassments that have shaped more than 3 decades of ANC rule. The record is extensive, the consequences are real. Explore the data, search the archive, follow the money. Every day, more taxpayer money disappears into corruption, waste, and government failure. These are not just numbers. They represent schools that were never built, hospitals that were never upgraded, jobs that were never created, and futures were never realized. The true cost of ANC rule. $300 billion per year. $829 million per day. 34 million rand per hour. Wow. Corruption, state capture, human rights violations, violence, national embarrassments. ANC legacy. Starting in 1988. It's the activity, the date, the category of activity, subcategory, institution responsible for it. People and entities involved, the amount of public funds, and evidence status. Transfer of ANC camp detainees from Angola to Tanzania and Uganda is human rights abuse. ANC camps, security structures. Okay. Stompy Saipi murder case. Mandela United Football Club. Court record, TRC record. Amnesty International report on torture, ill treatment, executions in ANC custody. Amnesty International report. We jump. The Shell House shooting, 1994. ANC apology for abuses in exile camps. Strategic Defense Package arms deal. 30 billion rand original package. Commission, court, media record. TRC finding on ANC landmine campaign accountability. HIV/AIDS denialism and treatment delay. Tony Yengeni arms deal, Mercedes-Benz discount case. Oilgate scandal. Jacob Zuma arms deal. Travelgate conviction. 2005. 2006. Mavis Magazi Travelgate fraud conviction. Travelgate conviction. Travelgate conviction. Travelgate conviction. Shabir Sheikh corruption conviction linked to Zuma 2005. Travelgate. 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 Beauty Dulane Travelgate. Jackie Salibe corruption case. Jackie Salibe corruption scandal. Jacob Zuma quasi rape trial and political fallout. Travelgate. Travelgate. Correctional Services tender corruption 2007. Chancellor House and Hitachi Escom conflict of interest scandal 2009. Gupta State Capture Network 2009. And Conless security upgrades 2009. Andile Lungisa assault conviction 2010. Prasa, Swamafomo, 2 tall trains. SABC governance scandal. Brian Malefe pension controversy 2013. SAA Airbus swap transaction controversy. Rustenburg municipality murder case. And Conless security upgrade scandal. Free State RDP housing contract scandal. Estina Vereda dairy project. attempt to capture the Treasury. These are all, many of these I cover on a regular basis. Conland Municipal Audit and Service Failure Delivery. J.P. Marks Municipal Audit Service Delivery and Failure. All 2014. 26 pages of ANC conduct. 2017. Nelson Mandela Bay Councilor Discretionary Fund Fraud Conviction. Free State Asbestos Corruption Case. National Lotteries Dodgy Grant Scandal. Nelson Mandela Bay Procurement Corruption Case. It just goes on and on and on. City of Shawnee Improper Eviction Demolition Finding. Bongani Bongo Parliamentary Bribery Charge. Johannesburg Roads Agency Procurement Collusion Finding. These are just 2019. Ace Magashule Free State Asbestos Corruption. Babita Deo Karan flagged Tembisa payments before she was murdered. The Bight Bridge Border Fence Scandal. Wow. We're only halfway there. More and more. Jake Eviction Contempt of Court Conviction. Mandla BC Murder and Attempted Murder Charge. All the way up to 2021. 2022. Zondo Commission Final Report. PRASA Corruption Recovery Litigation. Department of Social Development Above Market Capital Assets Material Regularity. Johannesburg City Power Procurement Corruption Arrest. J.P. Marks Municipality Floodline Canal Procurement Investigation. Polokwane former councillor Stella Tabojo Machopolo Corruption Conviction. Northwest Road Grant Underspending and Deteriorating Road Infrastructure 2023. 6 more pages to go. ASCOM Electricity Pole Removal Delay Public Protector Report. Dr. J.S. Morocco Municipality Tender Irregularity Conviction. We're getting there. 25 pages. VBS Municipality Former Manager Conviction. Mshlanga Commission. Vincent Smith Bosasa Corruption and Fraud Conviction. Kimberley Mental Health Provincial Tender Corruption. Help complete the record. Archive, Futsec, ANC. Yep, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Corruption, corruption, corruption. Oh, yeah, these are mostly national scandals. A lot of stuff that isn't even reported here. You're darn right about that. Loretta, I don't know what old-time video clip you sent me. What are you talking about? You said you sent me a clip. I haven't had time. I've been kind of busy. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I've got that clip. I had that already. That's why I didn't respond. That's right here. Is this what you're talking about? Was it Eugene Terreblanche versus Max Dupree? Is that the one you're talking about?
As maar net in windsak. Jy sien die probleem met 'n gedenasionaliseerde mens. Meneer Dupree weet nie meer wat hy is nie. Ek het baie gesigte gesien hier wat weet dat hy is 'n Afrikaner of hy's 'n Zulu of hy is 'n Xhosa. Maar hy weet nie wat hy is nie. Hy meneer Dupree is 'n internasionalis. Hoekom vra jy my wat hy is nie? Wag nou bly nou stil. Ek het na jou geluister terwyl jy gepraat het. As jy nou wil kyk wat wind is of nie wind, die val my nou weer neer. Los my nou. Jy sien, dis wat ek bedoel. Dis wat ek bedoel. Ek het met die grootste billikheid na u beledigings geluister. Nou los u vir my uit. Wat ek vir
Yeah, so Eugene Terreblanche, the former head of the AWB, who was murdered in his bed by people who purportedly worked for him. Terreblanche was right in this, but I mean, I can barely understand his Afrikaans. He sounds like a drunken hillbilly. He's not using proper pronouns and proper words. Yep. So, yeah, but he's right here. Yep. He calls Max Dupree an internationalist. He's not a South African. He doesn't believe in South Africa. And Dupree claims that he does believe in South Africa, just a different South Africa. And he calls Terreblanche a racist who likes apartheid, and he just insults him. But Terreblanche held his own on this. But in the end, Eugene Terreblanche was murdered by black racists, and they tried to claim he was a homosexual. The whole thing tried to sully his image. So, look, I'm not a supporter of Eugene Terreblanche. He was a fool. Is that the clip you're talking about, Loretta? Well, that's my take on it. Terreblanche was correct. It doesn't mean I agree with Terreblanche, but Max Dupree is a clown, an absolute clown. An absolute clown. Yeah, could you imagine how rich South Africa would be if they hadn't stole all this money? Yep. So I've got, are you still there, Loretta? I asked if that's the clip you're talking about. Yes, he went about the foolish and wrong way. I agree 100%. Yep. Yeah, these national scandals just never stop in South Africa. Never stop. I never stop. So I didn't make it. Didn't make it to 127,000 for the month. That was disappointing. So 1 year later, didn't get 27,000 new subscribers. Yeah, what he said was spot on. I agree. I didn't support him, but what he said was spot on. Yep. 100% agree with that. Yep. Let me see something here very quickly. Did we get, how close we are to that 45 million now? Come on, YouTube. My goodness. How long does it take to load? Finally. Yeah, I'm not going to get there this way. It dropped from 87,000 to 25,000 views yesterday. So let's look at lifetime, how close we are now. I'm 95,000 views away from 45 million. So I'm not going to make that today. At this rate, it'll take 4 more days to get there. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Anyway, yep. So last 3 months. So 3 months ago we had 123,000. Not even 1,000 subscribers per month. The last year though, we started a year ago, we were at 100,000. Yep. And if we go back lifetime, let's go back to, yeah, January, we were 22,000 last year. Yep. Those figures aren't right. They always mess with these figures. Anyway, almost made it. So the streams I did, let me see. I thought I liked this one. I thought was pretty cool. Geothermonuclear. Yeah, those are good choices. Yeah, woke is solar and wind. Yep. Yeah, this one here, I like this one because what I did was I had this motorcycle at the intersection. I let the motorcycle run. Oh, come on, stop that. Damn it, I hate when it does that. Reload the damn thing. Okay, so this is pretty cool. But the funny, because it's backwards, they actually turn the other direction. It's so funny. It's so funny how the camera gets reversed. It looks like they're on the South African side of the road, but it's completely opposite. It's funny how that works. So yeah, so they're actually on the right-hand side of the road. And it's insane because I'm not on that side of the road. How the hell does that even come out like that? That's bizarre. Anyway, let's get this thing playing here. So. Hey folks, this is Chris in Central Pennsylvania. So I need to talk about something that's deeply disturbing. And this has become a recurrent issue. Another case just came to my attention. So I'm curious about the comments. Let's see what the comments are. No, funny at all. Anyway, so I just responded to a couple of those comments. Somebody said, you say contact, but you listen to contact details. Are you stupid? The person that wrote that? Really? The email address is on the channel. What a juvenile. What an absolute juvenile. Stupid people shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets. They really shouldn't be. Really shouldn't be allowed to walk streets. Just saying. Stupid people. Anyway. Yep. What did Crystal say? No, Max Superior never had any convictions. He's just a clown. He's always been a clown. Nothing more. Well, it's a trend now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive videos. Not one of them got over 7,500 views. Most of them barely got over 4,000 views. Yep. So it's definitely on. It's definitely on. Anyway. All right. So Vegas choked tonight. What is it my region is set? The hell is that? My prime region video is set. Ugh, stupid stuff. It's never been listed like that before. Yeah, well, I try to do that. It's spring, summer, so, you know, it's easy to do that, and there's a nice creek by, but there's not many places to pull over on these roads. You know, I had to pull over at a racetrack and then walk over in a field there, so, yep. Yep. So it was kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, so, oh gosh, I need to shave his hair down here. I think it's time for the beard to go. Rainier von Radsberg is leaving, okay. Take care, Rainier. I think a lot of people will be leaving shortly. Anyway. So, I'm going to check on something very quickly here. I got to look this up now. I don't know it. I don't know that, so I have to go look it up. There we go. Any day now. Come on. Come on. All right, got what I was looking for. Finally, it took a while to get there. Vanessa, you out of here. Sorry to see you go. Good phone, but not worth the money. What phone is that, Henry? Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. But you know, I don't know. I haven't really. Mine is an S21 Ultra, so but it's starting to show its age. I just had a new screen put out in September, so haven't got quite a year. Oh, they changed the operating system again. Now it shows me a different thing when I'm 100%. Why is it constantly doing this crap? They're always changing the symbols and everything. Okay. Okay. What the hell? My phone rebooted. Oh, I guess it must have been dead when I plugged it in. I didn't realize it went that low. Okay, well, maybe it's good to reboot my phone. That's not a stupid question. Samsung's fantastic, but I can't answer if your phone is adequate. I mean, I don't know what model Samsung you have. Phone's going to be fine. You just need a GSM phone. We don't do CDMA anymore. That's done. It's all digital. It's all GSM. So unless you have a satellite phone, so Samsung is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. HTC is fine. Apple is fine. Okay, this is taking forever to boot. Look at this. How long this is taking. The battery must have died. It was low earlier. Yep. Look at how long that's taking. I think the operating system updated or the battery died on it. But that's taking way too long. The phone should never take that long to boot. That's disturbing. That is disturbing. So, I don't know why it's taking so long. I'm a little concerned about that. Refrigerator finally shut off. That's annoying. Oh, here we go. Finally. We can't see the T-Mobile. There we go. T-Mobile. It's finally got to the next screen. Yeah, it's finally up. Okay. So I hate this too. Look at how they do the time. 0037. I don't like that. That's retarded. That's just stupid. Phone is starting. I got to take a bunch of apps off here, I think. I just don't use them. Okay. Phone is falling, hitting your face. Well, that must mean you're tired. Oh, you dropped it. Well, I never insured mine. I've had this one since 2021. Or 2020, I think it is. I mean, it's 2020, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's been fine. Yep. What? People send me all kinds of crap here. Wait a second. Oh, it's a Visa. Okay. Sorry. Okay, you're taking the kids to school. Sorry about that. Hey, Teddy Bear, what's up? S20 Ultra, can't find the battery replacement. Yeah, that's a tough one. So this one here, I've never broken a screen before. You guys know the story. I was in the UK for the Women's Rugby World Cup, and I dropped 2 phones. Well, one was knocked off the table, and then this one I dropped. Shocking. But it was because my hip got caught and it went flying. It sucked. Anyway, so the screen still worked. It was pretty durable. It flew like 5 meters through the air and landed on the screen. And it just had a singular crack right here on the edge, but it wound up putting a line across the screen. And so it would flicker sometimes. I'm like, I can't do that. So I went to get a screen replacement, which was $300, but that's a lot cheaper than $1,600 for a new phone. So I'm like, well, while you're doing a screen replacement, can I get a battery? Because the battery's been there for years and it's starting to run down. And they said, well, the screen comes with a battery. I'm like, so I got a screen and a battery. So, but yeah, it's definitely shown its age. But this has been the best phone I've ever had. It's done the most work for me. Well, where's that damn thing at? This is really annoying. This thing keeps coming off. I got to re-glue it. There we go. Okay. Keeps coming off there. Anyway. Yeah, so had the same problem this morning. Okay. Power, not the same. Plug converter will never work. What do you mean plug converter never work? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Crystal? What's this? In South Africa to USA plug adapter everywhere they're out of stock. Well, that's because other FGs have been buying them. You do the same thing as me. It's typo. It says SP. I type SO and it always comes up SP because they're right next to each other. No, it's not hard. South Africa to USA. No, it's not that hard. But you're going to have to get it at the Automobile Association. Go to AA. They'll have them. Have you tried that? Crystal, go to AA. And I don't know who responded to you, but if you have electronics, check it. Virtually every electronic charging device is 110-220. 110-240. Virtually all of them. Yep, this one here is. It's dual voltage. Even though it's a US plug, it's dual voltage. So, just... Or South Africa. These silly plugs. Look at this. That plugs in the wall, works fine. That's South Africa. You can plug it in up here. You can plug it in down here. That's South Africa. Here's the UK. Plug it in there. UK. I thought I had a German one there too, but I don't. They're upstairs. What I'm going to need for next year is an Australian adapter. I've got one somewhere, and that's where they have these weird, they go like this. Yep. So, anyway. Yeah. That was painful. Yep. So just check the power label on the bottom and see what it says. So 120 to 240, 50, 60 cycles. Yep. This is a mobile power charger. Anyway, yeah. If it's electronics, it's a laptop or it's a mobile phone, the odds are almost 100% that your charger works on both. And if it doesn't, you can just buy one here. They're not that expensive. Let me see what the Australian adapter. Australia. US to Australia adapter. Okay. Yeah, that's the weird one there. Okay. Why does it not let me do that? So here you go. US to Australia, New Zealand travel adapter plug. Pack of one, $10. That's a little pricey. Two in one. Oh, it's a 3-pack. Okay. I'll add that to my cart. 3-pack. Well, that's cool. Oh, things have gone to change prices here. Orville Season 2. Oh, that's interesting. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. International version unlocked. 512 storage. 12 gigabyte RAM. It's down to $982 now. That's if I had money, but I'm too busy paying for trips and everything. If I had money, I'd buy that, the 25. Yep, 6 left in stock. Interesting. Oh, UK power plug. Yeah, that's painful. Yep. Yeah, much more painful than Lego. Much more painful than Lego. That's true. You got that one right. You hit that spot on. That is very painful. Buy a car and get $1,500. Really? Well, that's a good deal. Sign me up for that. Of course, I can't spend $50,000, $60,000 on a car, so I guess I can't do that. Anyway, where are we at back here? All right. So, it's Friday night. Yep. Mess around Friday and see what happens. Well, where is what I'm looking for here? What am I looking for here? That's not it. That's not it. Where are you hiding at, you little bugger? Must be here. There it is. Okay. All right, folks. Let's wrap it up for tonight on Friday night. I know it's Thursday night. Excuse me. Now it's Friday. We'll have in the morning at 4:30 South African time, 10:30 my time. We'll have Teo Diagra on to talk about the Sakalika lawsuit and how John Steenhuisen lost his battle to deny farmers the right to vaccinate their cattle. Yeah, no, I've got some of those multi-plug ones too, Teddy Bear, but they're huge. This is much smaller. I prefer the smaller ones rather than have those huge things. Alrighty, that's going to do it, folks. Be sure to hit the like button, okay? What is this? Johan, what happened with Johan? What did Johan say? Crazy days. Why are crazy days ahead? Something must happen. Hey, T for 2. How's it going? We got 147 likes. Thank you for that. And you guys have a lovely one. I'll catch you later, okay? Cheers.